Morning, good morning, good morning. Shout out to my boy, Terry the Barber. That's his line. Morning, good morning, good morning. Monday motivation or something like that. That was his thing. He got inspired by the Sunday sermon. I'm gonna eat my breakfast until y'all get some people in the room. Don't mind me. I'm gonna eat a little bit of my breakfast until we get some people in the room. And don't forget to like. Please and thank you. I must thank y'all because I see the numbers. The channel been growing a little bit. I think people really was feeling that Nairobi content. I think people was feeling that. I think I got some local Nairobians subscribing because the numbers is moving fast right now. I better go back to the motherland. I better head back to the motherland as soon as I can. Getting love from the motherland. Why what? Suba, what's good? Down and said why? Why not eat before you come on? Because when I eat is when I'm sitting down. Otherwise, I'm on the move. Yeah, I can't see in the No, I'm not going back. The reason why I didn't go right back because I end up having to go back to Colombia because I have to close out my apartment. I have to take whatever holes I made in the wall, putty the wall, try and get rid of my last bit of furniture, and deliver the keys back to the management company. I was going to try and get my boy to do it, but, you know, it'd probably be a little too much to ask anyway, so I'm going to go back, pay my last utility bills, gas, electric, cable, Wi-Fi, try to get rid of the last bit of stuff or see if I can make arrangements with the landlord to leave it. Yeah, it was taxing. But you live and you learn. You live and you learn. And that was a lesson well learned. You know, I said sometimes you pay for your schooling. I paid for my schooling. Charlie be outside, what it do? I'm only going to Medellin for 2 weeks. I figure I got 2 weeks left on my lease. I don't have to spend no money for lodging. And then from Medellin, I'm going to save that. I ain't going to tell you that yet. But I'm going to a new country that I've never been to before. right after I close out this apartment. Um, I was talking to my man Mike on the Mikey story. Did you the USD go far in Kenya? I'd say it could have went further, but I lived a little bit lavish. I ain't gonna tell y'all what continent, because then y'all gonna be able to guess. Too much information. So I'm here in the oh, this is what I wanted to talk to y'all about too. It's 77 in the building. Can y'all get the lights up? I would appreciate it. Hate to ask, but it's a far cry. Appreciate it. So how do I sound? I'm using these earbuds. I know it's usually sound. Sometimes your voice sounds weird when you're using earbuds. Jamie's, what's good? So I'm in a Centurion Lounge here in LaGuardia Airport, and so it's important for you guys to get your lounge cards when you're traveling. So I got the food is free, the drinks are free. It's included, you know, if you have an American Express Platinum, if you have there's several cards. I have a American Airlines card, loyalty program. When I come to the airports, I usually never have to buy any food in the airport. I can always come to the lounge. If I need to use the bathroom, like for number two, the bathrooms are here are not used and not, you know, run through like the local, the local bathrooms. You need to get, if you're traveling, you need to get some lounge cards. It's very important. Yes, the platinum card gets you into the Centurion Lounge. The other card that gets you into a lot of lounges is Chase has a card, Sapphire card. There was a Sapphire lounge right next to the Centurion Lounge, but I didn't have my Sapphire card with me, although they probably could have pulled up the number for me. Yeah, Priority Pass. That's the other one I was trying to think of. So, but if you have at least the Priority Pass and the Platinum card, then you get the Priority Pass through the Platinum card easily. You'll be able to visit at least one lounge in almost every airport. There's a card higher than the American Express Platinum, but it's hard to get that pass, that lounge card. It's hard to get it. You have to do a whole bunch of things, fly over here, get this amount of points in a certain amount of time. United Lounges, yeah. I have that United card. That's the Sapphire card. It usually goes with the Chase, your Chase account. But, you know, they have sausages and bacon and all that stuff over there. I don't eat that, but you could really come in here and have a hearty meal. My flight isn't until 1 o'clock. My son dropped me off early because he got to go to work. So I can chill here. I can watch, TV, this, that, and the third. You know us bougie Haitians love the perks. Caribbean, Casanova. My family from Trinity, not Haiti. So I'm headed to Colombia, Medellin. You know, I'm going to sign out on my lease. You know, I had a year lease, and that was a terrible idea. I probably stayed about 3.5 months out of 12 months. You know, I thought I'd be able to share it with somebody and do some things, but none of that worked out. It's all good. So, Oh, this is what I want to tell y'all. I was talking to my man Mike from the Mikey story, right? He came in the building. What up, B5? No, I've got to stop in Miami. American Airlines usually stops in Miami. I was talking to my man from the Mikey story. Y'all check out his YouTube channel. Shout out to him, the Mikey story. Yeah, I left Nairobi because I had a death in the family. So I've been contemplating bringing back the late night thirst. Yeah, I know I kind of like stopped doing the late night thirst, and people been inspired by it. You could tell by the things that they're doing. But y'all know I do the late night thirst like at midnight. I leave it up until maybe like 12 the next morning, and then I put it for the Patreon and for the YouTube members only. I never leave it up. But what y'all think about bringing in late night thirst back? I'm going to be in Colombia for a little while. This is going to be my last time in Colombia for about a year. And I thought about firing back up the late night thirst. If y'all want me to bring the late night thirst, put a 1 up back. If y'all don't want me to bring it back, put a 2 up. I need some engagement. Oh, and before I bring the late night thirst back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the classic late night thirsts that I've done and maybe do like Medellin versus Cartagena on the late night thirst from the old ones I have. But I'm going to show like 5 minutes of each one. And I might do Colombia versus Brazil on a late night thirst. Those are the 2 places I have the most late night thirst. And I might just do like a little, what you call it, a little promo of what this show is, and show like 5 minutes, five minutes from some of the older episodes. So how long you have ladies on tired of these? Yeah, of course, that's what the late night thirst is about. I'm just going to stay in Colombia 2 weeks and then my lease is up. So I have 2 more weeks left on the lease. I figured I'd go finish it out. Relax. How do you deal with those women after they leave them? Aren't they a headache to you? Which women? Like women that I might meet and then I leave? Or after I do a late night thirst with them? I'm not sure on the question. So I'm gonna fire back up the late night thirst. I forgot to bring one of my late night thirst t-shirts. Damn. We'll be in Colombia the whole of October. I ain't gonna be there in October. DJF sent you a $10 for the late night thirst. Thank you, DJF. I appreciate it. Kick it off with Pinky? Nah, I don't think so. Y'all seen Pinky already. Y'all seen Pinky. I'm gonna kick it off with. I might kick it off with her little sister, Dickie Smalls. 3 girls, 3 countries. It was too much, and I couldn't really do Brazil because they've been renovating my condo in Brazil. So, so I should be in Brazil in October. They should be finished. And I'm gonna maybe do like if anybody's in Brazil, maybe I'll do a housewarming. My flight is at 1. No, it's not that. It's just like I got Pinky on the Patreon. I got like 4 or 5 videos of Pinky on the Patreon. Those that are on the Patreon know what time it is. Y'all don't want no new blood? Y'all in love with Pinky? Pinky's y'all favorite? Yeah, Thicky Smalls. I'm gonna try to get her tonight, but I'm definitely gonna get her. But I'm gonna try and start it off tonight. Bring my girl, tall chocolate one from Cali, Colombia, Torre. That's what I mean. All done. Stop bringing up Pinky. Why you ninjas keep bothering so about Pinky? Colombia's filled with beautiful girls. Young SC. I know, like, don't y'all think I'm gonna bring somebody on just as cute, just as sexy, if not better? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try to spark back up to late night thirst. I'm gonna try to get like at least three or four in. Roster Newt, what up? 3 or 4 late night thirsts in before I get out of Colombia. Bring back the tall chocolate one from Cali, Colombia. I don't remember. Did I interview her in Cartagena? You don't remember her name? There was a lot of nice ones, man. Oof. There was a lot of nice ones. Already infatuated her because she's a redhead. Yeah, I know. I told people she's unique. I'm going back to Thailand at the end of the year. End of the year, I'll be back in Thailand. That's the high season. The crazy thing is that most places I want to go, the high season is all at the same time. A lot of places high season from like December to May, April. Like that's when it's summer. And parts of Africa I want to go to. That's when it's high season. In Brazil, that's when it's high season in a lot of places. Zoom to Thailand a fest? I don't think so. I don't need you interview her in Hollywood Beach. I don't remember. I met a couple of Cali joints. Oh, the one recently in Cartagena, she's Venezuelan, I think. You there again? Let that place go. If you miss Sky High, I'm going back to close out my apartment. I have to turn in the keys. I have to empty out the apartment. I have to patch all the holes in the wall and maybe do a light painting. So I have to pay my last utility bills, the cable and all that stuff. So I got to go back. I couldn't leave that all up to somebody else to do that for me. So it is what it is. Trust me, I did not want to go back to Colombia, but from Colombia, I'm going Mr. Travolta, 150p. What's P? Where you at? He has a question, blue chip question. Do you still run barbershops while you're traveling? Yeah, I still own them. I don't really run them. Yeah, my managers run them. So yeah, I gotta go back and close out my apartment. But I'm not going home from Colombia. I'm going to a new destination that I've never been. So, I got 2 weeks left. I could stay there for free for these next 2 weeks, save a little money, and then the flight to my next destination is made shorter, being that I'll be going from Colombia. So it's all working out, I wish I could have stayed longer in Kenya. I definitely wanted to go to Mombasa. I was going to Mombasa for 10 days, and then I was going back to Nairobi for like another 7 days or something. So yeah, and I turned my phone on, and girls was hitting me up on my phone, on my WhatsApp, because I turned my phone on, my chip phone. But because I have Wi-Fi in my house, I didn't even think of that. Girls have been texting me since I left. So I spoke to a few girls yesterday, but I would love to go back, but it doesn't make sense to go back right now when it's not high season. It was chilly, it was cold, and I feel like I couldn't get the best out of the trip. So I'll be back. I'll definitely be back, probably next year. Them Venezuelans ain't no joke. They took over the apartment building in Colorado recently. Wow. I know the world's going to be different. The world's going to be different. That's for sure. That's why I'm spreading my wings. What continent are you going to next after Colombia? Do you still have the lease apartment in Thailand? Yeah, I still got my little apartment in Thailand. I'm not gonna. I might move to another place, but you know, it's so cheap that I haven't made a decision. But when I do go back to Thailand, I'm probably gonna stay 2 months, but I'm gonna be 1 month outside of Pattaya for sure. Man, the chick in the club in the Nairobi, them black jeans on, that was sitting by you, and Austin still be on my mind. Oh, there was some pretty girls there, and yeah, them sisters got some good loving, you know that. Dude's gonna be having babies in Africa. Watch. I'd really settle in Phuket if I lived in Thailand. Phuket is, I mean, I guess if you stay away from Bangla, but Phuket could be pricey, and you got a lot of people running through Phuket. Watch, when I go back, I'm gonna show you another beach town. I'm gonna show you another. I'm staying in 2 or 3 different beach towns other than Phuket when I go back to Thailand, and I'm gonna see how y'all like those places. And I'm gonna not be like so much in Pattaya, because Pattaya is just too crazy, man. You got too many options. Girls are always smiling in your face, touching you. You know what I'm saying? You got the massage girls, you got the go-go bar girls, you got the beach road, the freelancers. It's just too many girls, man. I go a little bit crazy when I'm in Pattaya. It's overstimulation. Phuket seems like, well, Phuket seems like a more calmer Pattaya, ain't it? Mm, I mean, only if you want to compare Bangla Road to Walking Street, but it's not, because they have that big Buddha, they have that Fifi Island and James Bond Island, and they have the whole other side of Phuket that's nothing like. I don't know. It's not really the same, because what goes on in Pattaya is like tenfold to what goes on in Phuket. You know what I mean? It's tenfold. You know, for their Bangla Road, their clubs, they might have like 5 clubs, and they got like 20 clubs. Or something like that. So, and they might have a couple of go-go bars, and they got 50. So it's not really comparable like in that way. I got to get away from the red light district. Yeah, yeah, you definitely don't. It's just it could be. It's not good for your to be in a red light district all the time. It's not good for your spirit. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah. Then you got all the lady boys and all that. It's just crazy, man. But it's fun. We need you back in South Africa, and this time in Durban. I'm definitely going back to South Africa. I'm definitely going at the right season so I can go to Durban. Yeah, it will corrupt you. Caribbean Casino, it will corrupt you. How was Kenya? Any investment bit? Kenya was nice, and it's still under development. And I'm seriously considering getting one of those 40, 50, $60,000 condos, for an investment property, especially, thank you, especially if you can put 20% down and pay it off, pre-construction. Damn, she just put a booty on my face. Jesus, yeah, she must be Colombian. I'm gonna ask her where she from, because she got that Colombian bubble butt. It's not freehold, yeah, you get 99-year lease. But a condo, as long as you get like 2 generations out of that. You know what I'm saying? But they said you could renew the 99 years after. Well, I don't know. That's a lot to ask your great grandkids, right? Or your grandkids. Yeah, this was my granddad's, and he said we could renew the 99 years. I'm gonna have to talk to a lawyer if I do anything. Although my boy GMT Travels, he gave me a lawyer, and he gave me his real estate agent. So I'm you know how I haven't called yet? Because they're like 8 hours ahead of us. And every time I think about calling, I'll be like, oh, it's nighttime over there, It's after working hours. I should be calling right now. I don't know why it's not showing the questions. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, nobody said anything. Sun City is super awesome. I haven't been to Sun City. Is that like, I remember the song, ain't gonna play Sun City. Remember that song? I'm older than y'all. Y'all probably have never heard that song. They made songs about South Africa and the apartheid that they had going on there. What else? I know a couple of guys are going to be in, but I'm telling y'all now, in Colombia, I'm not going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff, I don't think. I'm not going to no new places. I'm not, I'm just going to be chilling, man. Just get a chick pregnant, like West Side, and put everything in her name and just hope she don't run off. Well, yeah, if a place you get 99 years, at least you want it to go to your kid. You still wet behind the ears, Unc? The coast is good. The cost is good business investment. Mombasa, lots of development there. I haven't gone to Mombasa, but if Kenya is like the main business city, I'll probably stick there. Because how much is your rent in Colombia? Did you get plugged in or found it? We found it. I had an agent, and the agent showed it to me. Well, he showed me a couple of spots, and then he showed me that spot, and I was like, this is perfect. So my rent there was like $475 USD, which is pretty decent, but I still wasted money. I thought people might rent the place for me when I wasn't there, but ninjas don't want to never see put money in other ninjas' pockets. When are you going back to South Africa? I really enjoyed those videos. You could feel the vibe too. Yeah. I have to look at my calendar. You know what it is? It's just not enough time in the year to go everywhere, I got to I won't be going back to Colombia for a long time. So y'all don't have to worry about the 3-4 trips to Colombia every year, right? Of course, I got to still go back to Rio now and then because I got the crib there. And maybe I'm going to graduate out of Thailand too after this. Yeah, but Thailand is so affordable, you know what I'm saying? I'm honestly thinking to start maybe doing 3 new countries and 1 country 6 months every year. Now, I'm tired of traveling a lot. So I'm going to be picking countries that I could stay 4 to 6 months in. I wonder where she's from. What's her name? Where are you from? Where are you from?
Colombia.
I knew it. I told her she's Colombian. What part, Medellin?
No, Cali.
Cali. They just had the festival in Cali.
Salsa.
Yes, you good with salsa. I told you she was Colombian. She had one of them Colombian booties. She from Cali too, where you got to have the big booty. Yes, I was just in Cali. I love Cali. I'm going to Colombia now. Yeah, I'm going back. I lived there for 1 year. No, Medellin
Oh, no, Medellin. Oh,
for one
Medellin is.
year.
Oh,
Yes.
very, very good. My mother is in Medellin.
Your mother's a paisa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mi mamá, mi papá y mi hermana son paisas.
Your sister. What's your name?
Lorena.
Lorena. Mucho gusto. Your nombre es Zoe.
Soy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Nice to meet you. All right.
Final day.
Okay, you too. I'm in Kenya. The hype is real. Second week here, things are picking up. I'm looking to buy a property. This is Justin Holmes. Congratulations, brother. I'm glad you like it. You saw that? Y'all saw the Cali curves? So, see, I think Zoe only be doing that when he's out of the country. Zoe ain't got no problem hollering at the ladies. I know I could have got the number. Ever think about going to Vietnam? I've been to Vietnam. And I'm actually might go back to Vietnam on my trip to Thailand. I really like Da Nang. So I'm thinking about going to Da Nang and doing like a week or two. I was in there, right? Spanish game is weak, bro. Yeah, it is weak, but she speak English. My pimp game ain't weak. My pimp hand is strong. My language might not be, but when you got it, it's an aura. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Some of y'all don't know nothing about that. But yeah, man. Yes, I'm gonna stay in Africa 2 months next time. I'll probably go to Ethiopia. I gotta look into the East African visa. Somebody told me about that where you could bounce around. So Zoe know what he doing there. Tell him, Ro. Low key, you're pulling better quality looking women than some of the young black YouTubers traveling. I just got to Nairobi today from DC. Anybody in the chat here in Nairobi? Somebody is there. Meech. Been there for 2 weeks. Connect with him, brother. Trying to step out tonight. Nah, I ain't going nowhere tonight. I'm trying to get a late night thirst tonight. I'm gonna arrive late. All my super chats are supporting your lifestyle. Well, I appreciate that. But y'all gonna have to super chat it up big time because my lifestyle is not cheap. For real, for real. But I gotta get me a little shorty in the US though. But this is too far. You ever been to DC and tried the food? Keith Lee basically said the soul food scene in DC is trash. I've been to DC a few times, but I never really was there to eat. So I can't, and it's been a long time, so I can't recall. And that's very subjective. If it's a black neighborhood, a black town, they gotta have somebody around there who knows how to cook. Australia was actually on my list for January. This is a problem. Well, it's not a problem. Maybe y'all can help me figure it out. I met this woman. I was walking in the morning on Pattaya Beach because I walk every morning up and down the beach, do about 5 miles, right? I met this woman, light-skinned sister, pretty. She was jogging. I'll tell you, I be think I be playing. So I hollered at her. I said hi. Boom, boom, boom. I got her number. Come to find out, she was from Australia. She was in Pattaya visiting her dad. And so I got her number, and every now and then I'll send her a chat. Hey, how you doing? Just checking in. So I was going to go to Australia from Thailand because it's not so far of a flight, right? It's far, but it's not as far as coming from America. So, or North America. So she's Australian. She said she would show me around. Plus, you know, she was attractive. So I was like, I'm planning maybe coming in January, but she's planning to go somewhere in January, and she said that was the high season, December, January. So I have to decide if she leaves, then she can't show me around in January. I didn't want to come to Thailand and leave right away. So I gotta decide whether I'm gonna try and go and connect with her. I was looking at flights already, and I think that's my best bet to visit Australia. And I got to get another continent on my under my belt anyway. So the bad thing is, now that I said it, I know somebody's gonna try to run over there before me. I know it. I already know it, and I can tell you who it's gonna be, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But yeah, so yes, Australia was on my list for the end of this year. Well, to start off January. I planned on going January, but she kind of put a monkey wrench in my plan because she said she was going somewhere in January. So I don't know. I'm gonna double check with her though. Daniel, what up, bro? You living the life, man, and what it's all about. What's your next stop? My next stop, yeah, I'm going backwards and back into time. Going to Colombia to close out my apartment. Just seen Ace's video on London. He went to Brixton. Yeah, I did London like 10 years ago when my channel was kind of new. So some of these places that y'all suggesting, I've done it already. You know, I did London, I did Notting Hill and Brixton, but that's when I was mostly visiting barbershops on my travels. But I've definitely been to London already. Ironically, my flight back from Kenya stopped in Heathrow. You'll be in Australia in October in Pretoria for Christmas. Hit me up, Bitsy. All right, so send me a message on IG, international.zo on Instagram, and I'll connect with you because maybe if you're gonna be there, then I'll go anyway, even if she's not gonna be there. Melbourne. It was a time when I had a nice thing, and I was gonna go to Melbourne and Sydney, but I wanted to go to the Gold Coast. But when I was talking to people, they was like, I don't know if you're gonna want to do all of that because Australia's pretty expensive. That's what I heard. JM, you really want to see Pinky with me? I don't know. The last time I talked to her, okay, I'm gonna give you some insight on Pinky. Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna keep it moving. Can y'all get the likes up? Can y'all stop and hit that like button? Because it's like 200 in the building and 75 likes. So, Pinky be out here. It's just so weird, dudes on here begging for Pinky. It's true though, man. I knew she was gonna be a hit. Yeah, Australia is quite expensive, especially that time. Yeah, she told me it was high season. So Pinky is doing cam modeling. Good for her. I'll hit you on IG. Thank you. She trying to get married and come to the USA. I'll see her when she get here. So watch your video with Austin and Kid Greatness. What's your top 3 places to live so far? Thailand, Brazil, Colombia, South Africa. So far, those are my favorites. But I might have to put Vietnam up in there. I'm going back for Vietnam, and then I'm going to see. I like Da Nang, not necessarily Vietnam. What are your thoughts on the recent American death in Colombia and Brazil? It's terrible, you know? It's terrible that people are willing to put other people's lives at risk over money. You know, like I understand robbing somebody and stealing from them, credit card theft and stuff like that, but they got to stop playing with people's lives. You know what I mean? They already know they don't necessarily know what they're doing. The girls are probably not the ones mixing the potion, but you know, you never know when somebody mixed it wrong and you kill somebody, man. That's just not, you know. They have a dude, Randy Booker, but he doesn't make videos a lot, but he was with a nice one in Thailand that worked an office job. Yeah, I'm sure you can get those type of girls in Bangkok, not to, you know, but listen, beautiful women have options. So what's going to make you be there? I mean, what's going to make you be their option when you're not even their first option as far as what type they like? You know what I mean? The average Asian chick probably wants an Asian man, and then after the Asian man, she probably wants a white man. You know, so I'm not saying you can't get a good one and you can't live and you can't find one, but it's going to be more challenging. That's all I'm saying. You know, and I'm doing pretty decent for myself to be an older guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be thinking that should be pulling off these wonders, and you don't realize that I'm an older dude. So I got that's a challenge right there, being an older dude. And I'm not trying to get married, you know. I've been married already. I'm not looking for a serious relationship, you know. So, and time is not in my favor, man. I ain't got time to be courting these women, you know. I went out 2 times with a real pretty chick in Kenya. I didn't put her on camera because I think her father's a politician or something. I could tell she was well raised. She went to the finest schools. Her family got summer properties and stuff, right? I didn't, but it was 2 dates with a kiss on the cheek. Come on, dogs. We went to the movies and ate, and then we went to a real nice restaurant the first date. Come on, it's the same thing in America. You know, you take a pretty girl, and I know I'm not trying to say I should have hit, but come on, man. Me and the fellas going to start having Zoe watch parties. Zoe watch party. Zoe, you need to settle in Kenya and get a good woman there. Okay, my plan is this. I'm Team Junie. Be back in Thailand in October. Dumb Hawkins. Tell them so. It's all in how you move in countries. Move with respect and you good, but keep your head on the swivel for sure. Anywhere you go, you gotta move smart for sure. Brazil is undefeated worldwide travel. No, it's not just begging for me. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting something decent, but I'm not trying to do a whole bunch of work for something decent, especially when I'm not. That's why I want to start staying places 6 months. If I start saying places 6 months, when you talk to a girl, she may take you a little more serious. Oh, you're gonna be here. Notice that there's always in the first few lines of a girl's question, when'd you get here? How long are you gonna be here? So they know if they should give you an opportunity to take you serious or not. If you tell a girl you're gonna be here for 2 weeks, a month, you know, if she's a girl with you know dignity and you know she's not going to sleep with you knowing that you out of here. So this is what it is. A lot of goofy dudes on here talking about this dangerous, and it can be dangerous. People have died. You can't deny that. But listen, anybody could get got, and you got to be very precautious when you comes to bringing people into your house. You're probably a little more safer in the clubs. You're more safer in the concerts. You're more safer just doing regular stuff. But if you're going to be bringing strangers into your Airbnb or whatever, you got to be a little more careful. I mean, if you don't know them, I wouldn't drink at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, you know, got me a good girl in the Philippines, Rome, excuse me. So now I gotta get next year. Yeah, trust me. If anybody's gonna be there for in a country for a while, you could probably get a nice girl, you know. But it's hard if you it pause. It's hard if you're gonna be moving around all the time. I'm moving around all the time, you know. Now that girl I went out with, she was half Ethiopian and half Somalian. She was very attractive. But what can I do in 10, 12 days? You know what I'm saying? What can I do in 12 days? We went out twice. We spoke a little bit on. She wanted to do a video call off the rip. Philly Dom, what's good, my brother? I'll be out in Brazil in October. I don't know if you're gonna still be there, Philly Dom, but I'd love to connect with you, man. It's been a minute. But yeah, even this girl, yeah, I saw the girl that I took to the new restaurant, the new soul food restaurant in Medellin. She's a she's a nice girl, speaks English, you know, and I went out with her like 4 times. You know what I'm saying? Kiss on the cheek, dogs. You feel me? So, man, I can, you know, like, come on, man. Like, now I meet another girl in Cartagena, but lives in Marbella somewhere. She feeling me. She came to see me in Medellin, stayed with me for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? You know, no working girl, no nothing, you know. So it just all depends. So when you are used to winning so much, it's hard to be taking that pause trying to court a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm too old to be courting women, you know, and I'm not staying long enough. Might have to get her number. She working though. I don't want to. I don't want to. Nah, I ain't gonna try to get her number. This is America. This is America. She working hard though. Why are passport bros afraid to bring women back to the U.S.? Because they're afraid they're going to adapt the U.S. women's mentality. That's why. They're going to feel like they're going to get the U.S. friends and they're going to start telling them, you know, you could divorce him and take his money. You know, you could get his house. You know, you could take him to court for child support. You know, they're afraid that that's what's going to happen. You're going to adapt to the country you live in. You're going to learn the laws and you're going to learn, you know, the culture. And they don't want them on American time. Much better places in East Africa to find a good woman. Yeah, I'm sure you can find a good woman anywhere in the world, you know, if you look hard enough and you're patient enough. She worked in the lounge with all the wealthy ninjas. Yeah, but she working hard. She ain't working like she wealthy. If you win ladies over with kindness and conversation, you always win, son. It depends if they want you to win. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't want you to win. They just want a couple free dates, you know, dinner dates. I will be back in Nairobi next week, 3rd time this year. Man, Brothers is definitely going to on the road with Kel. Brothers is definitely going to Nairobi. The culture in the U.S. can be poison when it comes to relationships. I brought my girl back from Kenya, and we are doing good in the U.S. Grace, how long has it been, though? It depends how long. You know what I'm saying? If she just got there, you know, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it can happen. First time traveler, where's the best to go first? Thailand. Go to the Philippines first. Because if you go to Thailand first, you might be a little disappointed in the Philippines. So I was told that, and that's the way I did it. I went to Philippines first, and then Thailand was the next level. So I would always say go to Philippines first. So what we getting out of story? You want the easy route, so take the challenge with the Ethiopian woman and see what blossoms. Yeah, when I go back, I'm a holler at her. You know, see, this is the good thing. While you're taking the long route with one chick, you can have fun on the side. Dude's got to save up 10,000 to buy some cows and goats. Yeah, that's what she said. So you in cars, what you think of the 2025 911 Porsche? I'm not in the cars that expensive. I'll be headed back to Nairobi next Friday to look for another off plan in Westland. That's dope, man. Have you invested in any off plans? What's an off plan? Is that a development that's coming, that's being developed while you pay? I haven't invested in anything out there, but I am interested. Need to do a 20 woman with Zoe challenge. My man said I need to do a pop the balloon challenge. I remember Eddie Murphy made the joke about bringing an African woman in the US. Yeah, I am not an animal. Y'all remember that? Folks saying Ghana is overrated and becoming just as Americanized. I haven't been to Ghana. I wouldn't know. Grace Transportation. I need to tell Austin Holloman because we are a friend about bringing my girl from Kenya to the U.S. She's been here for 7 months. See, that's new. See, 7 months she ain't gonna change. How about hit her back in like 5 years? You hit me back in 5 years and ask me if she turned to American. Silas, what up? Zoe the Great. Yeah, everything is good. It's almost 10 o'clock. My flight is at 1:15 to Miami. So I'm here in the Centurion Lounge. See, they got TVs and everything in here. I don't want to put the camera on people, but look at this spot. This is only one half. It goes all the way over there. You know what I'm saying? You got the bar. You can go get as many drinks as you want from the bar. They lucky I'm not a lush. And then they got the quiet room over there for people on their computers. This is nice, and you could just eat all you want, drink all you want. They got premium liquor at the bar. They got nice, comfortable chairs. This is where it's at, boy. You better get your American Express Platinum. When do you get the opportunity to shop for a tie? It seems like you're always on the go. When I come back, I live near Outlet Mall, so I just go in there. They got Adidas, they have Polo, and they got Lacoste. And that's all. And there's a Fifth Avenue store, so when I come back, I go in there and get what I need. And I really need to give away a lot of clothes. My cousin's supposed to come get clothes. My nephew's supposed to come get clothes. My brother's supposed to come get clothes. But they can't, really get up to my house. So it's good. Like, I got to go and get them and bring them to my house. But I just got a bins full of clothes. I got so much clothes they in all my laundry baskets. It's ridiculous. I got to get rid of some clothes. I got too much stuff, man. It's disgusting. For real, yo. And I'm the type, like, after a certain amount of time, I won't wear something anymore. I gotta get rid of it. I ain't gonna tell you all my business. If I tell you the outlet, then you know where I live, man. What's wrong with you dudes, man? I told y'all enough. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like my fit today? I got this from the outlet. And I got it on sale. The top was $29 and the bottoms was $29. This Adidas suit. Look at this. I get fly, but I make sure everything is on sale. International Pika Monumental Moments. Oh, I got a really, really good Sunday sermon coming. I did it already. So tomorrow, I got a good Sunday sermon color. Yeah, Argentina colors, right? And I got this. Killing them, son. Botswana edition. That's Botswana colors too. So I got a good Sunday sermon coming up. Season swag with the $20 super chat. The sticker. What's good, my brother? Appreciate you. Love is love, life is life. Justice Singleton Road, St. Lucia colors. Okay, a lot of countries got these colors, right? Which one do you prefer, Cartagena or Medellin? I have to do both. I have some of my most iconic moments in Cartagena and some in Medellin. I love the city of Medellin for living. I love the city of Cartagena for playing. In some cases, though, is it safe to say that 50-50 chances that once she gets a taste of the U.S. and see a guy with some bread and that looks better than you and you don't have her heart, you can lose her? Well, if you could lose her, you could lose her anyway, because it could be some people back in her country that got bread more than you too. But yeah, and I think that's why some of the passport bros be is getting a little nervous because the movement got so big that the hustlers are starting to travel to these countries now. The thugs are starting to travel to these countries now. Um, the hood dudes, the Pookie and Ray Rays, everybody's traveling to these popular countries, and now you have to compete with that. The most of the travel guys are like a little bit, they not like they. I would say a lot of the travel guys are clean cut guys, nerdy guys, and proper guys. That was the most of the beginning of the travelers traveling around the world and military guys, right? But it's gotten so popular that the guys that you might have to compete with on the corner or compete with in the clubs in your city, now they're out in these countries too, and that's I think that's why everybody's calling them Pookie and Ray Rays because they're like, oh, now these niggas is here too. I gotta compete with these dudes all over again, and it makes me laugh because I don't care. I've always had to compete with them, so I don't care. I just care if they mess things up. But outside of that, I don't really care, man. I don't really care, man. Because you know what? The true travelers are going to go to countries that these guys are never going to go to. So if they all start going to Colombia, go to Argentina. If they all if they all start going to Pattaya, go to Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other places that you can go similar to the women you like and similar to the culture you like, that if one group starts, overcrowding that country, just go to the next country. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure there's similarities to Colombia and Peru and Argentina. You know what I'm saying? So in Venezuela, if it was open, just like you have similarities in Panama and Costa Rica. So if they start doing too much, just move. The problem is y'all not real travelers, so y'all don't want to move. Y'all want this to be y'all own little safe haven, and y'all don't want to go nowhere else. And oh, you messing it up. I finally found my heaven, and now all the Pookies and Ray Rays is coming and the thugs, and I got to compete with you guys all over again. I got to compete with y'all money. I got to compete with y'all looks. I got to compete with y'all, you know. Just keep moving, man. Keep moving. Become a real traveler. Go places that you know you're only going to go once. That's when you know you're a real traveler. Like going to Easter Island, Rapa Nui, that's a place that I'm only going to go once. There's no need for me to ever go back to Rapa Nui. But I guarantee you, 99% of the tribal community have never been to Easter Island or Rapa Nui. They don't even know where it is. So that's all you have to do, man. You got to expand, and you can't just go to countries specifically and only because they have a red light district. Because all the men around the world's going to those countries with red light districts. The passport bros got to step their game up now. Can't be fat and sloppy anymore, dressing like slobs, wearing flip flops all day. I don't think that's a representation of the passport bros, but that's maybe a segment of the passport bros. You know, most of the guys I meet, I will say this again, when I meet brothers in different countries and I talk to them, a lot of them is actually doing things that allows them to be traveling around the world. I'd be impressed by what type of businesses brothers have and their education and their worldly experience, man. Like maybe now you might run into guys who don't really travel, but when I a lot of the travelers have traveled around the world. Like maybe only the guys who've been to like the red light districts, they haven't traveled a lot. But the guys that I met who really travel, they have been 20 countries or more. And I don't want to say that word. I don't know about that in Ethiopia. I haven't been there. And I haven't done a lot of research. But I will say this, pay for play is universal in a lot of ways. More than not, it is. You know? And I will say, I was married, I grew up, I was in the music business. I never even experienced pay for play until I was 48 years old. So don't throw me under the bus with that. I ain't saying I never did it, but my first time ever experiencing it I was 48. I'm telling my age now. Damn shit. The black content creator Global Caesar was in India. He saw African girls on their corner. Well, yeah, African girls is in everywhere. They're in Singapore. I was just in Malaysia. They're in Thailand. I can't say I saw African girls in the Philippines, but they're in a lot of places, man. Global CZ. I think I've seen his content. He's good. And I like the dude Lord. I like his energy. I can't do that, man. I'm a little jealous of his energy because I'm older and more laid back, but I like his energy. He's doing good editing. He's doing some good work. Shout out to that brother. He got good taste in women like me too, so I appreciate that. Yeah, he's in Japan. Me and him can hang out, but he gonna have to me and him. I can hang out with Austin too, but I'm used to playing first fiddle. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm with him or Austin, I gotta probably play second fiddle because them boys they a little younger and prettier. So I gotta, what I'm saying. Global season in Thailand. Someone stole his phone recently. In Thailand, really? Yeah, Global season definitely got feet on the ground. Yeah, been enjoying Lord and Travelversity. Yes, travels. I'm going back to Colombia. I gotta get out of my Airbnb. I mean, my rental. I had a rental, so. You seen Kurt, white dude that travels YouTube, pretty popular. Yeah, of course, everybody knows Kurt Cass. He only 22 as well. Yeah. Yeah, Zoe is for the, I know I got younger guys that follow me, but I also appeal to the older guys who know how old I am. And they're like, yeah, I like the way you represent us well. Black Man, the Traveler. I watch his stuff, but he's like a British black brother, and I give him props on the places he's willing to go. But see, it's always like a punchline, I don't want to be the the only black person, or everything I do has to be me finding the black people. Other people already got that kind of plug for their channel. Like where the black people, everywhere they go, they want to find the black people, or I'm the only black guy here. Like that's not really my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like, this is Zoe's world, and if you go rock with Zoe, I'm not, I don't have that type of punchline or niche. That's not my niche. It's just so a cool uncle that travels around the world, likes pretty women, and keeps it a hundo. You know what I'm saying? did you go to? Yeah, I went to Kuala Lumpur, and I liked it. And if for your first time, you'll have some things to do and see. You know, they have some attractions. Uh, A Slide be doing. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that because that's been his thing for a long time. So I can't come and copy what Ace does. Not that I even want to. But Ace does that everywhere he goes, he finds the black people. So that's his plug, you know? And Black Man to Travel is kind of different where he goes places where he's usually the only black dude. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to give you an idea of how people's channels vary. I've been trying to invest in gold mines and natural resources, oil, energy sector. Gemming, I can dig it. I feel the same way people force too much on color. I should visit New Mongolia. How do I get there and what's it near? I've seen some random YouTuber videos of some older black men that did music for the Jacksons back in the day and all. He was chilling was Lady Boys. Oh, that light-skinned dude that's in Thailand? Yeah, I seen him. That's kind of weird. Dave Young, thank you for the super chat. Some Asian women are beautiful, but they're not my second. They're not my second choice. They don't have the body shape that black and Afro Latinos. Some of them do, but it's rare. It's harder to find. But some of them actually do have that same shape, believe it or not. And I could show you some, honestly. The ones I got on my Patreon, all of them got the same shape. Sly's Life YouTube channel is legit. Yeah, I like Sly does good stuff, but he's a little too dry for me. You know, he goes dope places and he gives good content, but for my taste, he's just like a little too dry. But that's me, you know what I mean? He's just a little too dry. Like he's never makes me laugh. He's not funny, really. You know what I mean? Like I like that he's doing good work, but he's just a little too dry for my taste. That's all. Black Man the Traveler be going places like, yeah, he be going to places that I'm not putting myself in that type of danger. Probably have to know where to go. Yeah, Sly's Life have good content, but he's in Europe. I don't like European content. He don't really like party. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it have to be something about you that I find entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I just don't really find his stuff entertaining. He's a little too dry for me. Thank God for your channel and chat because it's good to pass the time when you have a layover for your flight. So, Justin Singleton, all good. International zone. Notice past few years, young Thundercats copying your Riz Master Vibe. Yeah, that's why I'm bringing the late night thirst back. They trying to copy my vibe. I'm gonna make them work hard. Coos Corner was in Haiti. Would you go now? He's giving you a run for the money with the wardrobe. Nah, he be wearing suits and shit. You know what I'm saying? He be wearing like suits and all that. Nah. That nigga beard is not like this. Yeah, like I discovered his channel. I think he got a hair transplant a long time ago. I think that's when he started his channel. But I like he got a little humor. He got a little flavor, and I do watch his stuff. You know what I'm saying? But on the wardrobe, nah. Unless that's your style. But I don't think he giving me no run for the money. Just came back from Morocco. All I can say, it's Brazil on steroids. You break your neck, a variety of shades of thick women. Are they Arab women or are they African women? Musi, let me know. SML. Black men need to stop looking for unicorn foreign women. Vast majority of Asian women aren't gonna be brick houses. Yeah, but if you there and that's what you like, what do you do? What about Fiji and Papua New Guinea? When you're in Australia, it's further than Australia. I don't know. And is it worth it? You understand? Is it worth it? There are some countries that maybe you want to go to if you're bored. It might. It used to be. I don't know. I don't know much about Fiji. I know my boy was married to a Fijian woman. I like my man, visual poet content. I'm not familiar with him. He's a guy from the Ivory Coast. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good YouTubers out there. And we can't know them all. But you got to go with somebody who, you got to remind me, you got to go with the people who you enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And I've come across many of channels because they just send it to me, or I'm looking for something, I'm looking to research something, and maybe if I see somebody black was there, I'll definitely click on their content, along with the non-black people. I wouldn't consider Slides like a passport bro, but he does show the culture, food, and the travels. Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't consider him that either. He's like in his own lane. He does his own thing. I never even see him collaborate with nobody. He's always by himself. You know what I'm saying? But he does give good information. A little petite woman over thick as black man, and with my tiny Filipino. Everybody got what they like. I plan to visit Romania. I'm not big on European countries, honestly. I mean, I will, but I'm just not big on European country. You know, but I might go. I might get in put it like this. A few years back, we did the Euro step, and it's time to do another Euro step, but maybe in 2 years or so. No, I haven't been to Guyana. Travel Connect is a good channel. So, what time is it? Oh, it's just 10. We're not even moving. I don't know what else to say, y'all. I don't want to just hold y'all here. So unless y'all really have some questions that y'all got. So how was your experience in Cuba? I really like Cuba. I mean, once they get their Wi-Fi together, it's awesome. They have beautiful beaches, beautiful people, beautiful culture. I really like Cuba, and it's super close. I just found out singer Her is half Filipino. You just found that out? Yeah, I thought everybody knew that. She never hit it. Facts, I'll feel weird traveling in Europe, being the only black man around it. Well, depending where you go in Europe. There is some European countries where there's a lot of Africans. That Platinum Express worth it. It's definitely worth it. The annual price is $500, but you get Uber, you get a lot of stuff. You just have to use the perks. If you use the perks properly, it's almost like you paid for the perks, not the annual fee. Have you visited Giraffe Manor? Yeah, I did. The first video was in the Giraffe Center. I'm going to Brazil in October. Hit Guyana and Trinidad. I know. I was trying to get the Trinidad Cool Cat for the carnival in February. But I was trying to bring, as a group, my dudes, you know what I'm saying? They got Trini in them. And we were supposed to go, but nobody's like locking it in and making it guaranteed. I don't want to go by myself. Great contact, my brother. Question, where are the ABC Islands? The ABC Islands is Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. They're actually owned by the Dutch. They speak Papiamento, English, Spanish, and Dutch. They speak 4 languages there. I did an ABC Islands tour, so go on my channel, look up the ABC Islands, look up International Zoo Bonaire, International Zoo Curacao, International Zoo Aruba. We had a good time. I had a good time. You think you will ever go to Mexico? I've been to Mexico a few times. I don't really like Mexico. It's not for me. About to sign off. The Defy Academy. Thanks for hanging out. Morocco. Dark and light skin Arabs, mostly mixed races. Afro curly hair with green eyes. Berber and Berber Arab. Yeah, but do they like, and I hate to say this, but Arabs are funny style. So are you getting love? It's one thing to go to a country and see a whole bunch of beautiful women, But if they're not interested in you, and you know, Arabs are known to be kind of racist too. They'll call you brother and assalamu alaikum, but they don't want you with their girl. They don't want you with their daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's always exception to the rule, but as a whole, they're not really known to want to mix with black people, you know? So my question is, like, I haven't seen a dude in Morocco running around with bad Moroccan girls. Like, when brothers, YouTubers go to Africa and Nairobi and Kenya, you see them in video with pretty girls who's hanging out with them and that they might be able to get to Smash Mountain with. But, you know what's funny, earn money? I'm talking to a girl from Honduras. I've been talking to her for like off and on for like 2 years. She finally hit me back and was like, "When you coming to Honduras?" She sent me a picture. She went to Dr. Sebi's his compound, and she was like she was picking up some medicines for some people who work in the UN or something there. And she keep telling me to come. So I said, if I come, I'm coming to see you, and you got to show me around. She said she would. The only reason why I didn't go because I just wasn't in the mood for, like, you know how island sometimes you got the brownouts. Like Honduras and Belize is not cheap, and the accommodations from what I saw is not that great. So if it's not that great and it's not cheap and there's not but so much to do, I was going to do Belize and Honduras and not do this trip. I was going to do Belize and Honduras, but I just changed my mind. Yeah, see, he said Honduras is nothing special. Student of TG International, Zoe just joined. And are you going back to Africa? No, I'm not going back to Africa. I'm going to go at a different season. I don't feel bad about Palestine. Yeah, Belize is the most expensive South America. Right, you see what I'm saying? Do you answer questions on your Patreon? Yes, yes. Somebody asked me a question. I feel obligated to answer all questions on Patreon. So if I didn't answer it, ask it again. If you're a member, I feel a paid member is I guarantee going to answer unless I just didn't see it. But yeah, I answer questions on Patreon. Personal questions, of course. I've been to DR a few times and had plans of going back, but I heard a brother got shot out there. Have you heard it? I didn't hear anything about it. And, that can happen anywhere. It's a great place to visit. My mom's from Honduras, so it might not be special to some. Earn money, yes. But I want to go because my ex-brother-in-law is from Honduras. So my nephew's dad is from Honduras. And the crazy thing, I haven't seen him in years, and he came to my dad's funeral. And right when I was thinking about Honduras and thinking of going, speaking of Arabs, do you think the Arabs were the original people of Egypt? Of course not. I currently live in Santo Domingo, DR. Yes, travels. Student of OG. What's the next trip? I apologize for asking the many questions. I'm going to Colombia and close out my apartment. And then from there, I'm going to somewhere I've never been. So you heard they banned X and Twitter in Brazil? I did hear that just yesterday, last night, but I don't know if it's true or not. Charlie B. Outside said Honduras is on his list. Andres. Or Anders? Anders. I'm planning going to Cartagena for the first time. Where should I stay? Boca Grande or the Clock Tower? Either or. Either or. Boca Grande might be a little more affordable because sometimes the clock tower can be very expensive and it could be a little noisy at night depending where you are. Am I going to India? India is not. I met some brothers from India in Cartagena, and they was going to take me with them when they went. But when they went back home, they live. One lives in Canada, and the other one lives. I forgot. Well, they invited me. They let me know they were going, but I was busy when they went. So I want to go with somebody. I don't want to just go to India by myself. Global Caesar went to India. He got food poisoning. That could happen anywhere. Ventura Beats even have had Honduran women show me mad love in the U.S. Yeah, I know. I went to school with some girls from Honduras. In New York, you come across a lot of different people in New York. Like some of the countries, some of the cities in the South and the Northwest, and you don't come across. But in New York, you come across damn near every culture in the world. Word, for real. Oh yeah, the spices maybe, right? Cause my stomach was a little bit funny for the first week in Nairobi too. Like, food was a little bit upset in my stomach, and I had some Indian food. I seen that Kenyan video where you told the barber there how the dudes didn't have clean haircuts. Yeah, I hope I wasn't disrespectful, but they could use some technique. They could. They're not up to the latest styles, which I'm a little surprised because the internet now shares almost everything. So it's no way to really hide like the information. But even with the girls in the weaves and the wigs, like they can't. They not. I don't see them doing it like the girls in America. Like my daughter is a beautician, and they do it so good. You would think it's their real hair. Like they know how to do it down to the baby hair, and they don't have that technique yet in the African countries I've been to. Only maybe South Africa. But the other African countries, they don't know how to do it with the baby hair, and it let's look like you'll be so surprised when that lace front, is that what they call it? But they ain't doing it on that level in Nairobi or Tanzania, excuse me. They're definitely not doing it on that level. You know. Yeah, they love their wigs, boy. They love their wigs. They love their wigs. And I think maybe they suffer from having braids so much that they lose their hairline here. So you know what I mean? So, when you got pulling tight braids from young, you're going to pull your roots out here. A lot of them have like a recession here, from what I saw. No, you don't need shots for Kenya. Yeah, losing that baby hair. Yo, y'all guys are so crazy. New York is where I got my international players card experience. You get from New York, they internationals or earn money to expatriate. Only know Ethiopians, Somalians, and Eritreans with their only, their own only nation, not in wigs. Yeah, because they have that mixed hair. They have that different hair. You grab the meal there. Here in the lounge, yeah, I ate. I don't want to be greedy and eat again, but I might eat again. They might bring out lunch if I stay long enough. I might have me a few drinks. You know what? Let me go get a drink. Go get a drink. Yeah, okay. I was able to put this thing on my phone where you could press the button on your phone, the top button. You could press the button, talk English or Spanish or whatever language, and it'll translate to the other language, kind of like that little device. Now they have it where you can do it that way, where you press it, talk, and it'll translate. but you could use your phone now. You don't have to get a separate device. So I pressed the button that you could use to do vibrate and off and sound off. You could switch that button and activate it to use as your translator. So I pressed the button by accident. That's why y'all couldn't hear me. Y'all can hear me now, though, right? Yeah, bartender's back. Let me see if I can get me a drink. See if I can get me a drink. Okay, I'm good now. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a mimosa. Mimosa. All right, a mimosa, please.
Mimosa?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I want to see the mimosa. Cigar lounges. They got some nice cigar lounges in Rio. They got some nice cigar lounges in Colombia. But you want to go to Cuba if you want cigars, man. You want to go to Cuba. Now, they don't necessarily have the best cigar lounges in Cuba, but they got the best. Thank you. They got the best cigars in Cuba, probably. They got some of the best weed in Thailand, I can tell you that. They got some of the best weed in Thailand. Oh, they got everything back there too. Yeah, Rio is nice, but the stories, I don't think, okay, Rio is good. You're going to stay in Copacabana, Ipanema, Leblon, Obagi, Jupa, even Botafogo. You're usually not going to run into any problem. You can go into any of the major malls, go shopping, and movie theaters. When you're on the beach, there is a time of day where young guys may come looking to take people's phones. Usually all the people outside will say, hey, those kids are out, put your phone away. So I've never had a problem. A lot of the violence that you see will go on in the favelas. It's not going to necessarily go on in the streets. There is some homelessness in Copacabana with people sleeping on the streets and stuff like that, but I think if you get up, you go to the beach every day, you go see the Christ the Redeemer, you go to Lapa. Lapa, you got to be careful with your drink because that's where they be. Lapa is where they be doing the scopamine. So if you on Lapa, the last few scopamine incidents happened from picking up girls in Lapa. You know, so you got to be careful in Lapa, but it's, you know, I've never had a problem. Okay, I'll be honest, I forgot. I was sitting on the beach and I had my phone in my lap. I hope that don't mean anything, like we gotta exit or nothing. But I had my phone in my lap. This is what the guy did, right? He had a tray, right? And it was like this big. And he had weed on it, right? But it was a bigger tray, right? And he said, yo, you want some weed? And he put it this close to me, right? And he tried to go like this with his finger and pull my phone from on my lap. But of course, me being, you know, from New York and being, you know, that little New Yorkers, and we be like, yo, you too close to me, you know what I'm saying? So I was obviously like, yo, you too close to me. And I saw him try to slide my phone, and I grabbed my phone. I was like, yo, what are you doing? But it was, and this was also in Ipanema. Is everything okay?
Yes.
Oh, yes. My friends, they want to say hi to you. They want to see a Colombian woman. Say hi.
Why?
Yes, 246 people. They love Colombia.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Colombia is beautiful, no?
The women are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like me, like you. Yeah, so
We'll update you on the cause of that alarm as soon as we've determined its cause.
okay, so something happened, but yeah. So the person tried to lift my phone. They didn't like try to like grab it, but I also seen when women walking, you got to be careful on Ipanema Beach, really. Women walking, we was walking on Ipanema Beach, and the kids, it'd be a lot of them. They usually don't have no shirts on. They be young, and they took a lady's chain off her neck, and she was like shocked. Her neck turned red. She was like a white lady. I don't know if she was Brazilian or not, but they pulled her chain, and we saw it, and we was like, wow. But the girl I was with, she went and told the police. I told her, you better not be out here snitching. See how I got y'all some love? Y'all know I could have got that number. What is some Colombian cake? I'm in the Centurion Lounge in LaGuardia Airport on the American Airlines side. But yeah, y'all see that light flashing? So yeah, things can happen in Brazil, but for the most part, you're gonna be fine. I gotta check out Zagreb, Croatia in the summer. Keep that old school East Coast swag repping for us 45 plus bros. All right, you know it. I gotta know what the food is like in the lounge. Oh, you wanna see the food? Let me see if they got food out. And they had breakfast out. Yeah, they still got breakfast. I'm gonna show y'all. You can eat all of this part of it. Yeah, so they have croissants. They got eggs. They got the sunny side up eggs or poached eggs. They have potatoes, sausage links. These look different from the ones over there. That's French toast. Pastries. They got the salmon with avocado type thing and fruit and cereal granola. Can y'all see everything? So yeah.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention,
So
please? This is the Fire Life Safety Director. LaGuardia Terminal B has completed its investigation. Please, may I have your attention? Terminal B has completed its investigation. Found this to be a false alarm. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause.
yeah, so yeah, the Centurion Lounge is usually going to be better than the Priority Pass lounges. But then it depends, because we went in the Priority Pass lounge in Cambodia and it was fire. And I went into, no, the Centurions is usually better. Because I went to the Centurion Lounge. I can't remember if it was Centurion or Priority Pass. In Japan, man, it was off up. Some of them you could take a shower in there, so nice. Diablo Jackson Carter got his phone snatched out of his hand in the DR a few days ago while live streaming. Wow. Yo, people getting hungry, man. People getting hungry, man. You got to be more. I confront when I'm doing a live and I walk in the street. I usually hold my camera kind of tight, and I don't never have it over to the side of the street. But a lot of times, I know the Most High be protecting me, because as many places I've been and as much filming I've done in the street, man, God just be looking out for me, because, I mean, never have no problems. Yeah, Some of them have places to shower. I mean, a bathrobe and the whole nine. Some of them have places to sleep. This one has a kid's room, a playroom for kids. So it's dope. Yeah, at Narita is a 5 out of 10. Yeah, maybe that. Oh, it's not that good. It wasn't Narita. I can't remember which airport, but maybe it was a Centurion Lounge. But that joint had the big shower room. Some of them have smaller shower rooms. This one had a big shower room, the bathrobes, everything fresh, like everything, a blow dryer, everything. Like some of them are really nice. They have good ones in Thailand too, at the Thailand airport. Whenever I'm leaving early, it pays to get to the airport early when you have the lounge passes, because you can enjoy. If you're running late, you ain't gotta eat. You can eat when you get to the lounge. You can go to the bathroom when you get to the lounge. After a 15-hour flight to Thailand, you stop in Japan, you can take a shower and freshen up again. Who was that, Brick House? Oh, she's with a dude back there and a baby, so she's off the premises. I think I should try to get the Colombiana's number. Rami, what up, Rami? I am right now in Poland. Warsaw, so many single hotties. Rami, you could blend in. You know how you look, Rami. You could blend in almost anywhere. They don't know if you're Italian or Latino. You know what I'm saying? You could blend in easily. When I'm in countries with mostly white people, they be like, "There's a black guy." You know what I'm saying? Chairs in the lounge way more comfortable to when Wi-Fi. Yeah, I ain't even using the Wi-Fi. I forgot to connect my phone to Wi-Fi. Can you do a live on how to get access to lounges? I did it. It's called What's in Your Passport Wallet. I talked about all the cards as a traveler you need or you should get. So look at my channel and say, what's in your passport wallet? I did a video talking about all the cards I had and how I got them and how you can use them. So yeah, you could do that. Let me know where you going next, Rami. I'm gonna go hang out with Rami one time. You always on the move, Rami. I definitely want to go with you. Go to Europe. That's your side of the world. Yeah, I really didn't want to go back to Colombia, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try to make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna be back in Colombia for a long time, unless for some strange reason. Okay, this is the reason. This is when I will go back to Colombia. I'm gonna do a party for my 100,000 subscriber party in Cartagena, Colombia. So when I get to 100,000, I'm going to try to arrange the party in Cartagena, because I think that's some of my best content I ever made. And so that's where I'm gonna do the party. The party or the weekend is gonna consist of a yacht party. It's gonna consist of like a buggy tour. I don't think we're gonna do Palenque, but it's gonna be a night out at the club. It's gonna be a dinner. It's gonna be a rooftop party. You know what I'm saying? I might make it like 2 nights. You know what I mean? It's either Friday and Saturday or Sunday. Saturday and Sunday. I'm gonna make it 2 nights. I'm gonna have maybe 20 exclusive guests, and then everybody else could just be there. But the 20 exclusive guests is gonna be all inclusive. And I'm gonna make sure I have some of my most famous girls, some of my famous girls that y'all know, like the real pretty ones. I'm gonna see if they can be at the party so y'all can meet them in person if you haven't already and shake their hands. You know, at least shake their hands. Yeah. So I'm gonna do the party with the brother Ernest, who has the Vibe Gastro Bar. His video is coming out. Watch the Vibe Gastro Bar update video at 1 o'clock today. I'm gonna do it at his Miami hotel, and the vibe. I'm gonna do it in collaboration with Ernest. That's a brother doing great business. I got another video coming. He recently opened up a Vibe Gastro Bar in Medellin. So I gotta go there and cover that and make a second video. So the first video is coming out at 1 today. So please y'all watch that and give it a like and share it. And the brother's doing good business, man. He's doing good business, and the food is always good. He had very good customer service. The girls there are usually sweet and kind and beautiful. He got some of the sexiest girls at his spot in Cartagena. And so I'm sure he's going to have a similar vibe at the one in Medellin. So I will go to his restaurant and shoot some videos and cover the Medellin restaurant. I'm hoping he does an official grand opening so I can cover that. But I'm going to do it in Cartagena in collaboration with Bob Gastro Bar. I'm 26 and poor as fuck. You trying to boss up? What do you do, Ro? What do you do? What do you do for a living at 26? How you getting your money? They got the tenders. What kind of tenders you need? Chicken tenders? I'm just gonna start calling myself Tenderoni Tony. Tenderoni Tony. Yeah, they're gonna have the tenderonis. Get into an electrician. That's a good profession, man. I need an electrician all the time. You know, with the barbershops and everything, even my house, that's a good profession, man. If you could get to an electrician, I know a couple of brothers that are electricians. Especially if you can get to a licensed electrician, you're gonna be bossed up, player. You're gonna be bossed up. You're 26, I would tell you, go to school, work hard. That is a good profession. Sometimes it's hard work because you be up in the ceiling and up on the roof and in the back alleys and running pipe and all that pause. But that's a very good profession. I would tell you take that serious. And you could probably retire in your early 40s and be out of here. I was just at Vibe last week in Cartagena, and it's always some nice talent working there. Yeah. When I first saw your channel, I remember you got sick in Cartagena. Yeah. I have a good friend who is a licensed electrician in Virginia, and he has his own company for like 20 years. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna stick with it. Yep. Yeah, either trade or going back to school to do engineering, mechanics. And the brother GMT Travels, he's doing that merchant seaman job. That might be another outlet for people who maybe don't want to go to the military. As he make good money doing that. You just gotta be, I guess your stomach will get a job at the airport. That's another good way to travel. Traveling G. Do you have any end goals in mind with traveling, or just focus on moving around, or do you follow slow travel? Well, travel has led me to buy a crib in Brazil and have Brazil as an option for me to live. I might possibly do something in Africa. I know that I could live in Thailand. I know I could live in Colombia. So it is giving me a broader perspective, knowing that I don't have to live in the United States. I found my way and I found my likes. I enjoy seeing different countries, different cultures, meeting people, mostly women. No. And it's just something that I enjoy. So as far as the end goal, I don't know. Maybe I'll get tired of it one day and I'll pick one place to stay. Or I'll pick 3 places and split my time out the year in those 3 places. But it's definitely given me an outlet for being at home by myself, because I'm single now, being in New York. Yo, I went in the supermarket. You pushing the cart and people cutting you off. People won't have the patience just to let you buy. Like, when I come home, things that you start seeing the temperature of where you live. Like the temperature and the rudeness and it's just, you see it so much when you've been away for so long. I don't know. But yeah, so it's got me to get into more real estate internationally, which will also allow me to stay in these places and live in these places. So, and I would have no idea that the possibilities, or if I wasn't traveling around the world, I would have no idea of how comfortable I could possibly be in another country. I could be confident. Besides the stories that you hear from people, when you go and see it yourself, you have a different perspective. You never seem to have the perspective of the stories, especially the horror stories and bad stories. Knack Measy P, so I'm ready to cop my ticket for December. If you say we're Gucci, then we Gucci. We Gucci, brother. We Gucci, brother. I'll be out there in December, too. I'll see you there. We Gucci, brother. Knack Measy. I couldn't deal with American women after seeing the difference from foreign women. It's not that much different to me. They all full of SHIT to me. Most of them are. Most of them want money. Most of them want to be taken care of. It's the same thing, man. You know, personality's a little different. Attitudes could be a little different. But at the end of the day, you got to have your paper right. Period. Anywhere in the world, your paper got to be right. When dealing with a woman, I got hip to game seeing Chocolate Man in Zoom. Bro, okay. Ms. Raw, thank you for the super chat. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rank the Skybox in Medellin? I was there for the grand opening. He has as far as decor and design, he has a beautiful space. 2 levels. He have like a little deck. The food was, I had the collard greens. I had the macaroni and cheese could be better. The collard greens was on point. I had the salmon, so that's not really, I don't eat the other stuff, the ribs and all of that. He could improve on the service, because it's his waitresses and bartenders ain't really, they don't have a lot of experience, so he could improve on the service part. And the food was good for overall. I had the breakfast, I had the grits, and I had the waffles. The food is pretty good. And you know, it's the beginning, so maybe he's improved on certain things. So we'll see. I'm gonna be there again, so I'm gonna go back and re-up on it. Opening up barbershops in Africa is a must. If I choose to buy something in Africa, I'm probably definitely gonna open a barbershop there. It'll be like my headquarters, a place I can hang out. I'll train some young barbers, teach them what I know, and let them fly after that. Salute from the Bay Area. Thank you, brother. Justin Singleton. I hate to hear that Chocolate Man and Fire aren't kicking it. Man, people break up all the time. You know what I'm saying? And he probably got tired of her, man. Or maybe they both got tired of each other, man. Ain't no big deal. Skybox is still a work in progress. A lot of potential, yeah. Decent swag. Quality of life much better abroad when your coins Gucci. Well, even if your coins is not Gucci, I would rather, if I had to live on a $2,000 budget per month, I'm taking that to Thailand. I'm not trying to live on a $2,000 budget in America. So even when your paper is not Gucci, you still better off overseas in a country where you could get a rent for $200, where you could eat out 3 times a day for like $12. You know what I'm saying? I'm still taking my talents overseas, man. GMT living in Nairobi 12 months. I don't think he could live 12 months because he has to do at least 4 months on a boat. So, but he invested in the property and, he seems to like it. And when I was with him the last day, I got with him because he was in Uganda or somewhere. So my last day I got with him and he showed me like 5 different clubs. He said, I'm just show you everything and you could go next time you come back. So hanging out with him for a day, it was cool because he showed me a lot in that one day. He showed me a lot. He showed me some things when I go back. I was like, okay, I want to come back and experience this. But yeah, he definitely got a vibe and an idea of what, as a foreigner, as an expat, what Nairobi feels like. Or he can definitely give you some things to do, and he got some people that can show you around. I would say he's definitely a good point of contact when it comes to Nairobi. And he's cool to hang out with. Personally, what city did you enjoy more, Rio or Nairobi? I know you said you can't gauge. Rio, so far, yeah, Rio, of course. Rio is more metropolitan. The beach it's a metropolitan city with a beach. When you have that, that's always great. That's why Pattaya is good, because it's a metropolitan city with a beach. And Rio got beaches. It has hella it just has water. I wouldn't even say a beach. It has water from this end to that end. And and it has people on the beach selling drinks, selling food, selling fruit, dancing, music, families. It's just a vibe in Rio, man. It's a vibe. It's a vibe in Rio. Like I can envision myself just getting old, limping over to the beach, sitting down in my chair with my caipirinha and looking at the beautiful people. You feel me? I heard that Fat Man Scoop. Nah, I didn't hear Fat Man Scoop passed away. Damn, I didn't know that. He was in the hospital after collapsing on stage. Well, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Fat Man Scoop. Yeah, so it's 10:49, y'all. Let's do 10 minutes more. It's 11. That's going to give y'all a break. Then I want y'all to come back at 1 to see the update of Vibe Gastro Bar, my interview with Ernest. If y'all could, I really appreciate y'all coming back. I think we said all we could say. When I get to Colombia, I'm going to relax and I'm going to try to show y'all some beautiful women, because it'll be a while before I'll be back on that side. Rio to Waikiki, I've never been to Waikiki. Yeah, I'm on my way to Medi. I'm on my way to Medi. I'm on my way to Medi. I put that dye on last night, that new one I showed you on the video. Jay Clyde, what's good? I'm coming your way, Jay Cleasy. I'm coming your way, Jay Cleasy. Let's hang out, have a drink, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do. Nah, I haven't, man. I had a ticket, but I had to cancel. Definitely, for sure. It's Jay Clyde. Jay Clyde be making moments in a quiet storm. Yes, I'm bringing Late Night Thirst back, y'all. So I'm waving the Late Night Thirst banner. I'm bringing Late Night Thirst back, man. All right. I'm gonna try to get y'all like 3 or 4 Late Night Thirsts while I'm in Medi. So y'all better be up at 12, just checking the temperature. At 12 or 1 o'clock at night, I want y'all to keep checking the temperature. Let me see if Zoe's on. I'm gonna try to get y'all one tonight. Word. And I'm gonna do a best of the Late Night Thirst series, I think. Yeah, Medellin. We call it Medi for short. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. YouTube upgraded their system. So now you have to go in your phone and click on YouTube that you want to receive the notifications. The reason why most people haven't been receiving the notifications because they updated their system, and everybody who had notifications on, they turned it off. So you got to go to two different. I was going to make a video about it, but there's some videos on YouTube. Search YouTube for how to get your notifications back on. So if you haven't been getting notifications, YouTube changed their system, and when they updated it, they turned everybody's notifications off. That's why some people haven't been getting their notifications. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get y'all late night thirst tonight. But if I get y'all late night thirst tonight, I want to see the donations coming in. I'm telling y'all. Saw one of the older videos in Barranquilla. How was that? Barranquilla was off the hook. Barranquilla is off the hook, the easy. I like the girls in Barranquilla. They're very pretty. They mostly got a little complexion on them. They got nice bodies. I like Barranquilla. When a shorty tell me she from Barranquilla, I get happy. Like, oh, word? I be like, word? You from Barranquilla? Basically what I'm saying is the girls from Barranquilla, sex is good. Definitely have to see Rio. The beaches look fantastic. And if it's petty crime, then I'm cool. Yeah, it's mostly petty crime, man. It's mostly petty crime. What's the vibe in Puerto Plata? I haven't been in a long time, but look at Razor Rays. The Razor Rays is out there right now. I heard that's the new spot where everybody's going down to DR. They're going to Puerto Plata. I had Carnival in Barranquilla as well. It's dope. It ain't nothing like Brazil, but it's good. But it's like super mild compared to Rio. I like the ones from Bucaramanga. They built different. Some of them are nice. Bucaramanga got a lot of pretty girls too. Your interviews on Playa Hollywood are legendary. Ms. Raw, thank you. I get spoiled on Playa Hollywood. I do. I get spoiled. You still on your walking fitness? I fell off. Once I got the bad news about my dad, I fell off. But I'm gonna be getting back on it when I get to Medellin. And where I'm going after Medellin, I'm gonna be close to the water, so I'm gonna be walking on their waterfront. I'm looking like the popo on the thumbnail. I have to change it then. What So got in his drink? This is a mimosa. I never thought BMT would leave Colombia. Now all he talks about, you gotta be, well, see, this is me. I never tell people this is the best place, you need to come here. So when you tell people this is the best place and you need to come here, some people say that at every place they are. When I'm here, it's the best place, so you need to be here. And why? He wasn't making no videos about why DR was better than Colombia when he was in Colombia. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I never say nothing like that. I tell you what I like, and that's me. But I never tell nobody what's better or where you need to go or need to be. There's a lot of people who think where I am right now, wherever they are at the moment, it's the best place because they're there. But come on, man. Everybody got their own places, you know what I mean? And DR, the only thing that would make DR more attractive than Colombia is that it's safer. Outside of that, let's be honest. I don't really give tips on Airbnb stays unless you're on one of my, because I don't like sending them money, man. I don't like sending these people, all the people who watch my channel, they don't do no kickbacks. I've asked a few Airbnb people, yo, I can send people, you gonna give me a little kickback? No, sorry, so I ain't sending nobody. Do I prefer girls from Cali or Barranquilla? It doesn't really matter. As long as they fine, as long as they beautiful, they're attractive, they treat me nice, at least for the time being, I don't really care. I get this question. I want to wear a t-shirt. I'm not Haitian. No, I'm not Haitian. I know it makes sense international Zoe. But I said it 1,000 times. Why my name is Zoe? I just don't keep saying it. Yeah, I've been to Salvador Bahia. Beautiful place as well. Yeah. I used to have safety wing, but now I got Genki. Because Genki, I think you get 90 days in the US too. Is Medi a good place for real estate investment? It might be, but the reason why I chose Brazil over Colombia, because in Colombia, you could still find places to rent for $500 or less. So if you own a place, how much can you get on Airbnb compared to Brazil, where you can't find a place to rent in none of the four major areas for $400 that looks like anything. So and then Brazil has 3 times a year where you can triple your rental. And it's a bigger country, it's more people, you know. So it's like this. Colombia is 5 times the size of Dominican Republic. And Brazil is like 5 times the size of Colombia as far as population. So there's around 10 million people in Dominican Republic. It's about 50 million people in Colombia. And it's like 220 million people or something like that in Brazil. And Brazil, to me, gets more international travelers. And they always have. You know. One of the most famous beaches in the world is Copacabana Beach. Whether it's a beautiful beach or not, whether it's a shitty beach or not, it's still one of the most famous beaches in the world. And you could know nothing about Brazil, but still have heard Rio de Janeiro. It's one of the most populous cities in the world, or known cities by name. It's on a lot of people's bucket list. DR is like going to TJ Maxx, and Colombia is like going to Neiman Marcus. It's raw. Yeah, they got good people in both places. I'm just talking about this global go-getter. That was a player move buying that crib in Brazil. I'm right behind you. Thank you, brother. Yeah. I just thought it was a good investment. I thought I could sell it, I could rent it, I could live in it. You know what I mean? Black American woman, the finest on the planet. I ain't gonna front, Black American woman is fine as hell. Because they got so many mixtures and stuff. But can you actually date them? You can admire them, but you can't hit and you can't date for the most part unless you up. Now, you could smash or date a woman just as fine as women in America all around the world. A woman that's 10s in America, 8, 9s, and 10 in America, they would dudes with money. They ain't with no regular guys. They're with millionaires, they're with basketball players, and athletes, and actors, politicians. They want big money. If you were 10 in America, you were a millionaire. There ain't many 10s with regular guys. But there's a whole bunch of 8, 9s, and 10s with regular Colombians, regular ties with regular, you know what I'm saying? There's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. It's beautiful women, of course. It's beautiful women in America, especially black women. But can you attain them? You're going to have to give an arm, a leg, your house. You know what I'm saying? So you like with Thailand, like the women in Thailand, software and Colombia hardware. But Colombia, this is a large portion of fake body parts in Colombia too, though, and they do it, I think, because beauty is so important in their country, so they have to do it to compete. You know, they're very powerful on looking beautiful. So if they got to get breast implants or butt implants or teeth implants, they willing to do it. Or tummy tucks, they willing to do it for the beauty standard. That's what it is. The beauty standard in Colombia is so high that women go through all these things to get to that beauty standard. And the beauty standard in America is high too. But there's nothing that the girls are not willing to do in Colombia to be on the beauty standard. That's the difference. Like, it's quite normal for young women to have had their tummy tucked, to have their butt done, to have their teeth done, to have their breasts done in Colombia. It's just, where when you in Africa, all of that is real. I mean, they had some big breastises, big buttocks. They might have the wigs, they might have the fake hair, and they might have the fake eyelashes, but they ain't got no fake body parts in Africa. And they got all the yams. That's all I want to say. We can end it right there. We can end it right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt. I know. Trust me, I'm not discouraging nobody from marrying, and none of that. I was married, so that's if you're talking to me. You might not be talking to me. Yeah. Have you been to Peru? No, but I will be soon. I'm gonna say leave it at that. Y'all peace and thanks for hanging out with me. You know what I mean? And stay tuned. I'm gonna try to give y'all some of that late night thirst very, very soon. Peace. Nah, I wouldn't get married again. I don't think so. It have to be for business reasons.